Heather, one of the things, we're looking at your Yummie stuff here, but one of the things that you and I were just talking about off camera, which I found fascinating, is this niche that your line has been put into. Because even in the video that we were just shooting, I called it shapewear, and you were telling me this whole story about how it's way more than that. Talk to me about that.
Well, when I started the company, it was an idea about shaping your torso, but the rest of the garment was very much a ready-to-wear garment. So when the shapewear element came into it and the shapewear buyers came knocking, it was obvious that I needed to develop a full intimates range. And so that's what I did. I didn't just develop a girdle. What I developed was gorgeous intimate apparel, gorgeous solution pieces on steroids. So my intimates pieces are all extremely functional, but all very beautiful to wear, and any man or woman, for that matter, would love to peel off a Yummie. There's no dirty little secrets. There's no embarrassing moments. You know, with Yummie, shapewear comes out of the closet, and it moves on to things like leggings. You know, it moves on to very much ready-to-wear pieces like leggings and denim. So Yummie really is about essentials. The essentials that you need, that every woman needs in her wardrobe to dress with confidence.
Was it a difficult battle for you when you started moving away from, we need to separate ourselves from just being thought of as a niche? Was it a difficult battle for you to have to create more of brand awareness to say we're more than just shapewear?
I think you have to pick your spots. I think that unfortunately when you are an entrepreneur and you have a lot of ideas, sometimes you get ahead of yourself. And the key to a successful brand and building a brand is the slow burn. So my number one goal right now is to own the shapewear department, to be number one in shapewear. And I'm almost there because I'm number two.
Awesome.
So we're number two in shapewear in just 6 short years. So to be number one in shapewear and then to grow into the intimates category of non-shaping products like bras and panties. So that's an expansion, that's an obvious expansion. Leggings, which are sold in the hosiery department, all kind of live on the cusp, if you will, of that intimate arena. So really my focus now is to own that arena, and then once I get there, then I can start to really, really birth some of the other ideas I have.
We have a ton of stuff here.
Yes.
Tell me what we have here and tell me why I'm buying this for a future girlfriend.
Well, first of all, because you want to see her in it.
She's
right?
like, liar, there will never be one of those.
The beauty about Yummie is you want to see her in it and she likes to see herself in it. And there's no better combination because looking good is feeling good and feeling good is looking good. And, you know, women aren't sausages, so we don't need casings. You know, and we certainly shouldn't have to hide behind our shapewear. And so Yummie was really put together really out of my own selfish initiative of what I wanted in my life and recognizing what I wanted in my life as a designer, take off the designer hat, I'm just a girl, and I know that there were so many other women out there that wanted it too.
What are some of the cool pieces we have here?
Oh God, I mean, where do I begin? Like our bottoms are beautiful, so this, you know, would be a classic shaping piece, if you will, in terms of the functionality, but the visual is not. These are wonderful pieces for us, our bodysuits with the built-in cups, so versatile, so much to do. No wardrobe should live without a slip. You know, this is one of my favorites with my bust size. Plunging necklines are good for me. And so this is beautiful because I still need the support of a bra after breastfeeding 2 children, TMI, but it is the truth. So I like the lace peeking out, some of those Versace dresses that I could get away braless, you know, 10 years ago, ain't the case anymore. Pieces like this are leggings. And then our denim, which is probably, I think, one of the hardest stretches, if you will, Arthur, because I've been a denim designer for most of my career. And most denim brands launch as only a denim brand. So to come out of the box with denim, when they're like, but wait, I thought you were a shapewear brand. So we really are a lifestyle brand, and I hate to use the term because so many people overuse the term lifestyle, but we really are the real deal. So from our bodysuits to our slips to the original 3-panel Yummie Tummy tank to our denim, they're all clothes designed for women so that a woman can love her jeans again. She's not always jumping up and down to pull the stretch denim or bending in the street and showing us more of the other type of crack that we don't need to see.
You actually had another piece here. Where is it? The grandmother slip,
Oh
which
my,
I love.
you know you love this piece.
I love it.
This was...
I thought of my grandmother. I want to see what grandmother wears this because I might date that grandmother.
Well, mine did. So my grandmother worked for Billie Holiday. She was a very fancy pants lady, and she had a lot of style. And I remember as a child, my grandmother getting ready with a Scotch on the rocks, and she had a cigarette with the gold filter, and she would walk around in her slip, and the last thing we would do was zip her dress as she went out, and we'd see her off into the night, my sister and I. And this was my grandmother's slip on steroids because they went away. Slips went away after a while, and you couldn't find them. So not only did I want a slip under my dresses, but I wanted one that was going to shape and smooth me. And so I added the lace on the bottom in homage to my grandmother, so that when you sit down, what you see is a beautiful piece of lace sticking out and not an ugly ace bandage looking garment.
How much does this affect, again, being a guy, I can't understand this world because we don't have to do that necessarily, but for a woman, how much does it impact body shape when it's actually on?
It's not going to change who you are, and again, I don't want you to do that, but it definitely will take between 5 to 10 pounds off of your frame.
Wow.
You know, depending on where you hold your fat. If you hold a lot of your fat in your belly and you put it on a pair of low-rise jeans, you're going to get a muffin top. There's nothing you can do about it. It's flesh. So the Yummie is like a magic eraser. It just smooths all that away, but it's not, so that will make you look, 5 or 8 pounds thinner. You girls say, oh my God, girl, you look good. You losing weight? And you go, nah, it's my yummy tummy. And by the way, you look just as good without your jeans on in the mirror because our clothing is unforgiving, so it bites us. You snap your bra and there's a bump. You close your jeans and there's a lump that didn't exist before you put those garments on. So sometimes they fight against the fact that we are just flesh and blood, and we just need a little smooth, magic erasing, and that's what Yummie does.
Has Yummie made its way into the celebrity arena? Do you have a lot of celebrities who end up using this, whether it's red carpet or photo shoot?
Mm-hmm. I mean, from the time I invented it, I was still working with Tina and Beyonce. And I remember Tina would say to me, girl, you look good. You're losing the baby weight. And I'd say, oh, please, it's my yummy tummy. And she's like, I need those. And Beyonce was like, I need those. And Beyonce would work out in them. She actually kind of, tipped my mind off into thinking active, which is another arena that we'll be getting into very soon here at Yummie, because she would practice her dancing, and it was all torso control. So it's core confidence is what the brand is. And yes, I have a ton of celebrities, from Alicia Keys, who's worn it on stage, to Miranda Lambert through thick and thin. God bless her. She looks amazing right now. Yummie's with you through thick and thin. If you're 5 pounds up, I got you covered. And if you're 5 pounds down, you look that much better in Yummie.
Awesome. Heather, I'm totally overwhelmed with bras right now. I'm trying to talk to you, and I'm losing trains of thought.
You're going to call me boob in a second.
There are worse things that I could call you. One of the things that's blowing my mind, you and I were just playing with the fabrics. This stuff is so cool to touch. What is this made out of?
Yeah, so I appreciate you noticing that. It's made out of innovation. It's made out of really smart thinking. And I think what happens in fashion today is there's a lot of sameness. And people see a classification like shapewear on the uprise. So everybody gets in the game, but nobody offers a point of difference. And that's what Yummie does. We're innovators, and we start, as a fashion designer, fabric is where my brain starts, my fireworks start to go. So take a fabric like this, which is Outlast technology, and I am not the smoke and mirrors girl. Like, it has to function. So what this is a technology that within the fiber, we actually knit this technical fabric that can sense whether you're hot or cold. So shapewear traditionally is something women overheat in because they pull up the girdle, and then they got to put something on to cover the girdle, and then they put the dress on they were going to wear, and 3 layers later, they're like, schwitzing. So this is a product that actually will cool you down when you're warm, but warm you up when you're cold.
You're telling me it's smart clothing.
It's smart clothing. And with this bra, which is also made of Outlast, these are layering pieces. So the great thing about Yummie and these fabrics is they're meant to be worn together. I don't know how many people would want to put 2 girdles on or 3 girdles on at one time, but Yummie's really a layering system where the products are meant to work together. So our Outlast fabric is a new innovation that's been really, really well received in the market because it really works. No smoke and mirrors.
So how do you come up with that?
Well, it's really out of my own personal need, or, certainly companies will bring me or market their own ideas, and I say, no, I don't want to roll around in my sheets and smell fragrance coming out of my clothes. There's some of them that are just not on brand for me. This was a fabric that I innovated along with the factory. I call it paper dolls, and what I wanted was shapewear. Look, it's so thin. It's paper thin.
Cool.
Right?
You can literally, you can see my fingers through this fabric. That is so cool.
And think about how sexy this is on the female form.
I haven't stopped thinking about that.
But
since
now
I've
look
been
at
here.
this. Now pull it, and it's got some nice hold. So it's got fashion and function built in one garment that you are proud to wear, and you always look in the mirror and say, I look good to wear it too.
I've been saving the best for last. We have bras over here.
Yeah, this
Come
is
play.
my newest launch. So again, I'm not the first woman to, design a bra or launch a bra concept, but I'm the first one to do it this way. And so whenever I enter into a market, I want to make sure that I'm there for a reason. Not just because bras make a lot of money, but because I'm offering a point of difference. And I wanted a bra that was clasp-free. So I don't like an overstructured bra. They're uncomfortable. I can't wait to take it off when I get home. This is a bra I actually can sleep in. So they're so comfortable you actually forget you have them on. This is the next women's movement. Instead of burning our bras, we never take them off when it comes to a Yummie bra.
Can you dress this up? So can somebody wear this under an evening gown?
Yes, definitely under an evening gown or under a sheer shirt where you can see through it, or under a white t-shirt as a t-shirt bra where you want some color to go through, to under a loose, your Knicks t-shirt at night with your sweatpants at home with your husband when you're answering the door for the delivery guy, that the girls aren't all hanging loose. So it's really a highly functioning product that's so versatile. And we have a lot of different beautiful colors and necklines, and they're all really like fastenless designs. There's no fastener, there's no bulging. It's rock what you got. If you want to add a little shape to your bra, this bra will hold a cookie really nicely, or as we call them, cutlets. I don't know where we ever got that name, but we call them cutlets. But if not, you just rock what you got, and it just keeps everything supported and comfortable and confident.
You have all these Heatherisms. I don't know what else to call them. I guess Heatherisms. I was watching some video of you on HSN talking about your products. You're so natural on TV, and it's obviously coming through with us. Does that help with the building of the brand because you are camera ready and able to talk about this stuff so readily?
Yeah, when I started the company and I decided that, I was going to put my name on the label, I had to be a spokesperson then for the brand, and I had to, as the president of the company at the time, I had to sit back and go, is our spokesperson any good? And the bottom line is the reason I'm so good at it is because it's passion. My brand is me, and I am my brand. So, I really built this brand out of my own personal initiative, and every product here that you see, I design, I touch, I wear test. If it doesn't work, it's not on the collection. And, we fail fast around here, and we try things, and you have to be willing to take risks, but you have to know how to dust off your knees when it didn't work, and you get up and you keep going. So we're a very focused company with very focused assortments that offer a point of differential to the marketplace, ultimately, and to the consumer.
We've touched on denim, we've touched on slips, we've touched on bras. What's next for Yummie?
I think active is probably our most exciting launch. Again, with bras go our panties. Don't sleep on the Outlast, because we're going to cool your buns down soon too. So our panty launches are really exciting. Our active launch coming up is really exciting. We continue to really saturate the market with great leggings, which is an essential for anybody's wardrobe. We won't stop, as Puff would say.
Have you ever thought about men?
Yes, and I did, my patent covers men, so I did do a 3-panel tank, and we had a lot of success with it here. I called it Ripped Tea because I couldn't call it Yummie. I felt like for men. And what ultimately happened was, again, to be a good businesswoman, you have to learn the power of no along with the power of yes. And the men's business was like a stepchild, and it wasn't really being nurtured. So I did the smart thing, and I signed a license with Jockey USA, who are the men's experts in the field, and Jockey now has a license to produce under their label the 3-panel technology for men.
Awesome.